Hello guys, welcome to day 2 of Interview MedMas, and let's start with the question of the day. This question is within the category that is depth and breadth of interest of medicine. Let's start with this question for today. The question is, what steps have you taken to try to find out whether you really want to become a doctor? So, again, pause the video, jot down a few different ideas of what you have done personally to prove that you want to become a doctor, things like that, and then we'll regroup after you've done that. So pause the video. Okay, so to answer this question, first of all, let's analyze the question. Let's see what this question truly wants us to answer. Like, what is the purpose of this question? So this question is here for the interviewer to make sure that the interviewee in front of them is actually really motivated to study medicine, that they really went above and beyond what they could have done in their personal life with their personal circumstances to really prove that, you know, they've tried medicine, they've tried and tested, as much as they could, because obviously you will never really know what it is to be a doctor until you become a doctor, and you'll never really know what it is to be in medical school until you get to medical school. But really, at your own level, at your own scale, you've been able to prove and you can demonstrate that you actually have done a lot of things to really make sure that going to medical school at this point in time is the best option for you. So the way you would go about that, at least the way I would go about answering this question, is I would say a first sentence being like, I acknowledge and I realize that being a medical student, going into this field of study and this career is challenging. It's a challenging job and it's a lifelong commitment, mostly. So I want to make sure that I'm making the most informed choice possible by going in medical school. And so by doing that, I have done a few different things that helped me cement my initial want to become a doctor. So what have I done? So far, I will talk about the shadowings I've done. So if you've done shadowings, if you shadowed a GP, if you shadowed a nurse, if you shadowed, in a clinic, in a hospital, things like that, talk about that and flesh out what you've learned from these shadowings. That's so important. What have you seen that really made you have an aha moment and be like, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to be doing. Then talk about any volunteering experiences that you've done that could be relevant to the job. So if you've are volunteering experiences that involve patient contact, talk about that. And again, flesh it out. Talk about what are the moments when you were volunteering that you were like, oh my goodness, this is so cool. I want to be doing this job. Like, I was volunteering and I was taking care of old people and it was so interesting. And I would always look up to the doctors that were on the wards and really think that they're doing an amazing job. And I just want to be like them later on. And they were having such multidisciplinary team action that it really made me want to do this job. You can also talk about if you've done any research previously, you can talk about the research, especially if you were a grad student. So if you've done any research in your previous degree that was relevant, if even your previous degree is relevant to medicine, talk about it. What have you learned that made you want to do medicine afterwards? If you had the opportunity to do any summer schools, talk about that, flesh it out. So really talk about every single thing you have done in your life that makes sense. Even if you've cared for your mother, cared for your aunt, talk about these things, Just really think and reflect on every single thing you've done up until now that could be relevant to answer this question. The question is basically asking, what have you done to prove to me that you want to do medicine? Yeah, that's literally it. And then just finish by saying that if I add all of these experiences and everything that I've learned from these experiences, it really strengthened my want to become a doctor and really confirmed my choice that I want to be in medical school and I want to become a medical student and hopefully become a doctor one day. So yeah, that's the answer to question 2. Day 2 is over. I hope that it was useful. Again, if you have any other information that you think I didn't mention, any other viewpoints that you think this question could be seen as, please leave it down below, leave it down in the comments, let's start a conversation. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you did enjoy this video, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share this video with other people that could benefit from it as well. And without further ado, I'm gonna head off. Bye guys!